There is a massively popular narrative spanning the internet and television that claims human evolution didn't happen naturally. The story goes that 450,000 years ago, advanced beings arrived on Earth from a rogue planet called Nibiru. According to the myth, their homeworld was dying, the atmosphere was decaying, and they needed a very specific element to repair it: gold. By mining Earth's gold and suspending microscopic particles in their sky, they could reflect harmful radiation. But mining gold is hard work. To get it, these visitors allegedly took primitive hominids, early primates who were just figuring out stone tools, and spliced their own DNA into the mix. They engineered a docile, intelligent slave race to work the mines. They engineered us. It is a captivating, incredibly detailed sci-fi epic, and it has successfully convinced millions of people that extraterrestrial intervention is the true origin of humanity. You can trace this entire global phenomenon back to a single source, a 1976 book called The 12th Planet, written by Zecharia Sitchin. This ancient cylinder seal is one of the artifacts Sitchin claimed he translated himself. He pointed to the dots surrounding the central star, arguing they form a perfectly accurate map of our solar system, complete with Nibiru. But modern philologists, experts who study these dead languages, have read the exact same tablets. Sitchin simply got the basic grammar and vocabulary wrong. The actual Cuneiform text describes something completely different. Furthermore, historically, the Sumerians couldn't see past Saturn because they didn't have telescopes. By treating a flawed 1970s translation as historical fact, we strip away the actual achievements of early humans and hand the credit to imaginary aliens. Let's look at the real civilization. About 7,000 years ago, the Sumerian Empire emerged in Mesopotamia, located between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Sitchin claimed the word Anunnaki meant those who from the heavens came, but the actual translation of Anunnaki is royal blood or royal seed. The Anunnaki formed the recognized pantheon of Sumerian deities, depicted in their art as physical symbols of reverence and power. Living in an arid, unpredictable climate with devastating floods, early humans needed a way to process the chaos. They built a psychological framework, a hierarchy of deities, to make sense of the natural world and organize their society around it. The internet loves the idea of ancient aliens using particle beams to mine gold. The truth is that the Sumerians were pulling off extraordinary, documented physical engineering all on their own. For roughly 200,000 years, modern humans survived strictly as nomadic hunter-gatherers. The Sumerians broke that cycle by inventing the first agricultural plow. This map illustrates how they didn't stop at turning the soil. They diverted the rivers entirely. By digging sophisticated geometric networks of irrigation canals, they converted miles of dry, barren dirt into reliable, high-yield agricultural grids. With the landscape under control, their problem-solving accelerated. They figured out how to harness wind with the first sailboats, and they invented the wheel. Both of these tools drastically multiplied their ability to transport goods and expand their reach. Reliable irrigation meant massive crop surpluses. For the first time in human history, an entire population didn't have to spend every waking hour searching for their next meal. They finally had the raw calories and time required to build an empire. A booming, well-fed population presents a new logistical challenge. To manage tens of thousands of people living together, the Sumerians invented a completely new administrative concept: the independently governed city-state. You can't run a city of that size on verbal agreements. They drafted the world's first codified legal system to establish standardized rules and consequences for everyone. This diagram shows how they tracked crop yields, taxes, and trade using a base 60 numerical system. If you've ever wondered why we have 60 seconds in a minute or 360 degrees in a circle, you are directly using Sumerian math. This artifact displays their ultimate administrative tool. This is cuneiform, the world's first writing system, engineered specifically to manage their vast bureaucracy. Advanced mathematics, codified law, and written language represent a sequence of human solutions to the logistical pressures of managing a massive, centralized population. Some still point to physical anomalies found in ancient burial sites as proof of alien intervention. The elongated skulls discovered in various excavations are frequently cited as evidence of non-human genetics. But archaeological records explain this through cranial deformation. a terrestrial body modification used to denote high status. We see this royalty reflected in Sumerian tombs. Artifacts like Queen Puabi's delicate golden headdress display a highly advanced level of human metallurgy, requiring no extraterrestrial oversight. The rapid acceleration of human development follows the logic of compounding innovation. Once a society solves the daily panic of securing food and water, human brainpower is freed up to focus on the next problem. One invention enables the next, creating an accelerating cascade of technological progress. The Anunnaki legend obscures a far more impressive reality. Ancient humans solved the primary survival problems of their era, leaving behind the exact tools of organization and logic we still use today.